What's up, fire signs? How y'all doing? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We're going to take a little look here today and see the true intentions of the person that you're dealing with or thinking about or whatever you want to call it. Now, this is not a collective reading. This is one mini reading for each fire sign. One for Aries, one for Leo, one for Sagittarius. If any of you are in need of a personal reading, all the information is in the description of this video. All right, let's get, I guess, a general energetic overview between Aries and the person they're thinking about. I guess. I haven't even thought about how I'm going to lay this out, so let's just see how it wants to come through, man. Well, the very first card in the main spread, King of Wands reversed. So it kind of just seems like this person doesn't really take this situation seriously. They may just be straight up playing games with you, for real. They very well may be. But what I'm thinking it is, honestly, is this person, I think they're overcompensating some insecurities that they have. I think on the low, this person's really afraid of abandonment and rejection. So you know how some people, when they're insecure, they're afraid of rejection, they try to put one up on you by acting like they don't care and like they don't, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I'm feeling here. I think this person cares a lot more than you know. They're just afraid of getting hurt, afraid of getting embarrassed, you know, that type of energy. I mean, honestly, I feel like this person has unhealed heartbreak that goes back to before you all ever even connected, for real. And I'm not allowed to spy on the details of somebody's life. But one thing that I've noticed, when this energy comes through like this, and you get to digging, you usually find out that it stems back to childhood. But regardless, I think that's more along the lines of what's going on with this individual. I think they care a lot more than you know. They just don't want you to know because they're afraid that that'll give you power over them and you'll use that against them. So, anything else I can say about this? Not really. Some of you dealing with a Libra. I also have Cancer, Leo. All right, well, let's see, I guess, their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. How do they really feel about you at the deepest level? What are their true intentions? Do they actually want to be with you? Right? Or are they just trying to play games just to play games? Let's see. Chariot reversed. Justice reversed. I think, you know what? Yeah. I think deep down, this person does want commitment. But like I said, they're afraid of getting hurt. So deep down at the deepest level, they do want commitment. I think they're intimidated by you. They know that if they gave you power over them, that they would fall so stupid crazy in love with you. So they're trying to push away from that and keep their options open. I think they want to be one of those types of people that plays around, plays the field, fucks around, and just doesn't care. That's what they want to be. That's not who they are at the deepest level. That's just what they want to be. I think it's like it's gotten to a point where they just do not believe they are good enough for the kind of love they really want, you know? They just, hey, could be from the past. Maybe their last relationship before you totally destroyed their self-esteem. I don't know. But I think that's more along the lines of what it is. So Should I pull advice spreads for these? Fuck it, I guess. Since we're doing it by the element. What advice do we have for Aries? Fool card, man. See, when you're dealing with somebody like this, there's not much you can do. Not much. I mean, you can't make someone see you a certain way. You can't, like, force them to understand that you're not like that. People see you through the lens of their perception. You do not see the world as it is. You see the world as you are. So you could be the most well-intentioned person on the planet. If they're viewing you through a broken lens, they're not going to be able to see it. They're not going to be able to see it. The only thing you can do is be you 100%. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not constantly working to better yourself. But as long as you know what your intentions are, you know where your heart is, you know what you're offering, don't worry about somebody that's too fucked up to see it. Don't worry about that. This is one of the reasons why there's no point in caring what people think about you. You're not going to be able to make everybody see you the way you want them to see you. You ask yourself, is what I am offering actually of value? Am I actually offering what everyone claims to want? If I am, and I know I am, and you're too stupid to see it, that's not my problem. It's all you can really do. Do the best you can to let it be known that you ain't like that. Show them. Be that person. And if they don't see it, there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. They're going to see you through the lens of their perception, and there's nothing you can do about that. So hopefully they can open their eyes and figure it out. But if not, you're the one dodging a bullet, not them. All right, Leo. Let's get a general energetic overview between Leo and the person they're dealing with. How's the energy look between Leo and the person they're dealing with? King of Cups. Well, I mean, this person does have a lot of feelings for you. Well, then what's the problem? What's the dealio, Emilio? Oh, they're guarded. Oh, this person does want to be with you, though. Man, they want to be with you. They are just extremely guarded. Extremely. Very, very defensive. I think, honestly, they're guarding unhealed heartbreak, but you may as well say they're wearing shoes. Well, duh. Isn't everybody, you know? They do want to be with you, though. I think they're just too afraid to let you all the way in for some reason. It's not really telling me why exactly. I mean, you know, there may not really be a reason why. There's some people that, and I've been there. I understand what that's like. You know, you're hurt, you're broken, and you don't really have a reason why. You're just like, everybody stay the fuck away from this thing. I ain't letting nobody anywhere near this thing. And they may not even be consciously thinking about it, you know? So right now, things are kind of stuck at a standstill. There's not really a lot of movement happening here. Not really. Things are just stuck. It's like between ticks of the talk. Time is standing still with this situation. It's kind of boring, dude, to be honest with you. I'm digging and digging, trying to find some more action, but Four of Swords, Hermit. This shit right here is not a lot of action happening here. This is just like stuck at a standstill. But, you know, as things sit stagnant, the tower is burning to the ground. Well, if this is somebody you have fallen out with, the tower's burning to the ground. If you haven't fallen out with this person yet, then the tension will build to the point to where this does end up happening. Now let's see their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. Boop, boop-be-doo, boo-doo-doo. How do they feel about you at the deepest level? Man, 3 of Pentacles. Man, look, I don't really think it's that deep. Pretty much the same thing I showed you in the last spread. Only instead of the 7 of Wands, it's the 9 of Wands. Very, very similar energies. Very similar. Yeah. Bottling up, carrying, fucking unhealed heartbreak, past vibrational baggage. And I just don't really think this person's all that deep, to be honest with you. That's what's frustrating. If you know me, if you spend time with me here on YouTube, you know I like to dig deep. But there's some people out there that the deeper you try to dig, you're just going to hit a rock. They don't go that deep. Some of you may have found yourself spending a lot of time trying to overthink this person's motives. Basically give them more credit than they deserve. I don't think they go that deep, dude. I don't think so. I think they're not really emotionally mature enough to do the healing that they need to do and cultivate the connection they would need to cultivate with you to actually be able to build something of value. I don't think so, you know? Thank you for the super chat. I don't know how to say your name, but I appreciate that super chat. Thank you. All right, well, let's get the advice. What's the advice for Leo? See, again. Look, I don't think the person that you're dealing with is mature enough. I don't think so. I wouldn't call them a bad person. I just don't think they're mature enough. So you don't want to confuse intentions for potential. Was that you I was telling this to last week? I was telling this to one of them other signs last week. I thought it was you. But it's really, really easy to confuse someone's intentions for their potential. You see the person that they intend to be, but if they're not mature enough to carry out those intentions, then there really isn't any potential. So I've seen people waste years of their life hoping that somebody's going to snap out of it and just be normal. They're not mature enough. They're not. You know what that is, right? This is in the advice. That's the card of walking away. This is telling me that this person's actually holding you back. That's what this is saying. If you can shed and release this energy and shift out of this frequency, there's blessings waiting on you beyond your wildest dreams, but you have to vibrationally align with it. You have to. But again, you can't just walk away from someone because I told you to. That won't work. That will not work. You have to see and understand why you're walking away. All right, Sagittarius. Let's get a general energetic overview between Sagittarius and the person they're dealing with. Oh, some of you are dealing with a Leo. Strength card. Man, I feel like you're holding on to this for dear life, aren't you? Holding on for dear life. We got the card of a repeat cycle. So either you all have been repeating a cycle or this is somebody that you will repeat a cycle with. One of the two. One of the two. Doesn't really, if you're not in communication with this person, it does tell me that they are contemplating communicating with you. Just because I have the Two of Wands and the Page of Swords right here. But you know what I don't have? I don't have one single cup on the table. Not one. Unless you count the one in the Magician card, but there's no minor arcana cups on the table, not one. So you know what that tells me? This is not a mutual love connection. Not mutual. Nope. No cups. No cups. Matter of fact, death card. Man, dude. No cups. No cups. This is not a mutual love connection. So take that for whatever it means. If you are in love with this person, they're probably not in love with you. Or if they're in love with you, you're probably not truly in love with them. No cups. Why? This is the card of the damn day, isn't it? This one comes out for every sign, every spread I pulled so far. Three of Swords. But I got a couple of threes in here. So there could be a third party. Could have been a third party situation. Man, this spread is about to make me pull my fucking hair out. Is this person about to make you pull your fucking hair out? No cups. I keep digging and digging and digging and digging and digging and digging. Whatever. Let's see this person's intentions. That's about to drive me fucking nuts, man. About to drive so sporadic in so many different directions. Okay, let's just see their true intentions. Do they mean well? Are they coming from a good place? Or are they a lying, game-playing little sack of shit? How do they feel about you? What are their deepest feelings and intentions? Yeah, I don't know. I think there's somebody else involved, honestly. And what did I tell you is the card of the day, the Three of Swords. Now, this person does feel a real strong connection with you. I think they're scared of it. That's what it is. And I think there's somebody else involved, too. Yeah. And this is another card of the day between the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Good God, man. Now, I think this person does feel an insanely intense connection with you. I don't think they want to feel that strong of a connection. They don't want to. If they could, they would flip a switch and turn it off. I think this connection drives them nuts. And like I said, I also feel like there's somebody else involved as well. Damn. Whatever. Let's get the advice. Let's get the advice. What season are we? Still in Capricorn season? We are, aren't we? What is going on with this energy? Is that just the energy for the fire signs or what? But really short, quick, to the point, not very deep so far is what I've noticed for every fire sign. Not very deep. There's not a lot to it. Let's get the advice. What the fuck, dude? I don't know who needs to hear this, but no third-party situations. Don't ever willingly allow yourself to be a third party. Ever. Especially maybe there's one or two of you dealing with somebody that you know is in a relationship. That's one of the dumbest mistakes you'll make. Promise you, we all have to learn it at some point. They in a relationship. They make you think you're special. I promise you, you're not. I don't care what their little excuse is. You're going to find out the hard way. Hey, I've learned that lesson too. I know that's not all of you though, so. This says, do not extend or accept any offers from this person as long as you're confused and you don't know where you stand with them. Another card that keeps coming out in everybody's advice, the card of walking away. But this is telling me that walking away from this would actually probably serve your highest good. Probably, because while there is a really strong connection here, I think this person's too scared of it. They're too afraid of it. So if they're going to go ahead and make that decision for themselves, that doesn't mean that you have to. Doesn't mean that you have to. See, the universe has this amazing thing that it does where if like two people have a soul contract and one person is not on the same page, if you can just say, all right, fuck it, whatever, and walk away from it, the universe will bring somebody else in to fill that role. Like if you have a life plan, the universe is pushing for you to carry out your plan. Even if one of the pre-selected members of your soul family doesn't play the role they're supposed to play, somebody else will. Somebody else will. Somebody will. So that's one reason why it doesn't really help to sit and spin in circles waiting on one person, even though there may be a very important soul contract here. There very well may. But I'm telling you, there are so many other people out there who, if you let go of this contract and cut it, somebody else can absolutely come in and play that role. You just have to be willing to let whatever needs to be pulled away from you be pulled away from you. The universe will do that sometimes. It absolutely will. Even if you have a soul contract, where'd it go? Even if you have a soul contract with this person right here, and having them in your life threatens the integrity of your soul plan, oh, the universe will absolutely step in and say, no, never mind. No. Your assignment, your mission is too important. This person will completely sabotage your whole life path. Get the hell away from this person. I'll bring you in somebody else that'll fill in and play that role. All right, well, I feel like those were the messages that my fire sign family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is all in the description, all right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.